Get ready for a dramatic new season of Sister Wives, folks. While reality TV fans are buzzing with excitement to see Kody Brown and his ex-wives and remaining wife, Robyn, back on their screens, Mykelti Brown is bracing herself for what's sure to be an emotional roller coaster. And it's not the kind of thrill that comes with popcorn and soda. As the countdown to season 19 ticks away, Mykelti, daughter of Kody and his ex Christine, isn't exactly thrilled about one particular plot point: the show's handling of her brother Garrison's recent death. During a live chat on her and husband Tony Padron's YouTube channel, Mykelti aired her nerves about how this sensitive topic will be covered. The official press release for the new season reveals Mary, Janelle, Christine, and Robyn Brown continue to share insights into their complex relationships with Kody Brown, as the family navigates the passing of Janelle and Kody's son, Garrison Brown, in season 19 of Sister Wives. Yep, that's right, Garrison's death will be part of the storyline, and Mykelti is less than thrilled about it. While the press release dives right into the somber news, the season's trailer blissfully avoids the topic. Tony is breathing a sigh of relief. Garrison tragically died by suicide in March. He was found by his brother Gabe, who went to check on him after their mom Janelle received distressing texts the night before. At the time, Garrison was estranged from Kody, adding another layer of tension. Mykelti's worries about the show's treatment of her brother's death are crystal clear. "I'm so nervous about how they handle all the Garrison stuff," she confessed. "I've heard a couple of stories about how they address his death in the season, talk about it, share it, and I don't love any of their ideas on it." She says her expectations aren't very high. She's hoping for a tasteful approach, but her expectations aren't high. "It's very unlikely I will like any of it, but I guess we'll find out what happens with it all," Mykelti, who previously voiced dissatisfaction with how the military handled Garrison's memorial, explained. "But I do hope whatever they do, it's respectful, and it's about him. It's not about petty grievances, or about anybody else, or anybody else's relationship," Mykelti went on. In a sharp critique of the show's approach, Mykelti continued, "My hope is that it's just about him. I hope they do him that courtesy and that honor, but we'll find out." Sister Wives rose to fame by offering an inside look at Kody Brown's unconventional polygamous family. The show's appeal lies in its mix of drama and curiosity about how a man manages multiple wives. But the family has also faced their fair share of controversy, especially with Kody's 4 wives, 3 of whom have since left him: Mary, Janelle, Christine, and Robyn. Navigating multiple divorces and ongoing public scrutiny, the drama on and off screen has kept fans glued to their screens, eagerly anticipating every new revelation. As season 19 approaches, one thing is for sure. Whether it's heartfelt or heart-wrenching, this season promises to deliver the drama. Will Mykelti's fears be realized, or will the show manage to handle Garrison's story with the dignity it deserves? Stay tuned for a season that's bound to be anything but boring. It didn't flinch at tears or shy away from trembling hands. It captured everything: grief, confusion, silence, and made it permanent. And that was what terrified Mykelti Brown most. Because this season of Sister Wives wasn't just another round of polygamy drama or emotional confessions in carefully lit interviews. This season would show something raw, something devastating. This season would show her brother's death, and Mykelti wasn't sure she was ready for the world to see that. Chapter 1: The Call That Changed Everything. The day she found out was blurry. She remembered the moment where she was standing, what song was playing in the background, how her daughter's laughter filled the room seconds before her phone buzzed with a call that shattered everything. "There's been an accident. He's gone." Her breath had caught in her chest like a fist closing around her ribs. Her first response wasn't even a word. Just no. No, no. Mykelti had always thought she'd have more time with him. More long-distance texts. More shared memes. More calls that started with, "You'll never believe what Mom said today." But grief doesn't care about plans. Chapter 2. A Sibling Bond. He wasn't just a brother. He was her brother. He was the one who teased her about her obsession with musical theater in high school, but still came to every show. The one who knew how to calm her down when anxiety made her chest feel like it was filled with bees. The one who sent a gift for her newborn when she became a mom, even though he never remembered anyone's birthday. He was funny, fiercely loyal, occasionally maddening. And now, gone. And Mykelti's world had tilted in a way that it hadn't quite righted since. Chapter 3. Grief in Real Time. When the producers reached out about filming the family's response, Mykelti hesitated. Of course, Sister Wives had always shown the ups and downs. The separations, the struggles, the complicated beauty and chaos of plural family life. But this wasn't just another storyline. This was her brother's death. And yet, the cameras came. Not to exploit, but to document. To honor, they said. To show how real families walk through the fire of loss. And Mykelti wanted to believe that. But part of her also wondered, what if they get it wrong? What if they show me at my lowest? What if they reduce my grief to a reaction shot? Chapter 4. The Weight of Legacy. My biggest fear, she confessed to her husband Tony one night, is that people will watch the episode and forget he was a real person. That they'll talk about him like he's a plot twist, not a brother, not a son. Tony wrapped his arms around her, his silence saying more than words. She had grown up with cameras following birthdays, pregnancies, awkward family dinners. But this felt different, sacred, untouchable, and yet it was going to air. Millions of people would watch her grief unfold in real time, would dissect it on social media, would say things like, "She didn't cry enough," or "Why does she seem angry?" or "Wow, I didn't know they were that close." They would have opinions, and that made Mykelti's skin crawl. Chapter 5. The Guilt of Moving On. Grief, she was learning, wasn't a straight line. It wasn't tidy. Some days she could play with her kids and feel okay. Other days she'd see something, an old picture, a hoodie in the laundry basket, and completely unravel. "I laughed yesterday," she told her mom, Christine, one afternoon. "And then I felt awful about it. Like I wasn't allowed to be okay yet." Christine had taken her hand, eyes brimming with tears. "Sweetheart, he would want you to laugh. You're not betraying him by healing." Still, Mykelti struggled with the fact that the world would only see the edited version of her grief, the parts that made the final cut. What about the night she screamed into her pillow until her throat hurt? The day she stood in the middle of Target, frozen, because she saw a toy he once loved. The text she kept trying to send, forgetting he'd never reply. None of that would be on camera. But it was real. Chapter 6. Memory versus Media. She sat with the producers before the footage was finalized. They offered to let her preview the episode. She declined. "I don't think I can watch myself fall apart," she admitted. But deep down, it wasn't about her. It was about him. Would they show him as the full person he was? Not just the brother who died, but the boy who made elaborate Lego kingdoms, who once brought home a kitten without permission, who defended Mykelti when other siblings ganged up on her in teasing. Would they show his laugh, or just the aftermath of its absence? She didn't want him reduced to grief. He was more than the void he left behind. Chapter 7. the night before it airs. The night before the episode went live, Mykelti couldn't sleep. She sat on the living room floor surrounded by photo albums. Old snapshots with crooked smiles, messy hair, and the kind of wild joy only siblings could understand. Her kids were asleep. Tony was in bed. The house was quiet. And she cried. Not performative tears. Not the polite kind. The messy kind that come from a soul stretched thin by missing someone you'll never get back. Tomorrow, the world will see this. My pain. His death. Our story. And there was no stopping it now. Chapter 8. Nervous but brave. When morning came, Mykelti posted a simple message on Instagram. Tonight's episode is hard. It covers something my family is still trying to process. My brother's death is not a storyline, it's a wound. Please be kind. Please remember we are real people. I'm nervous for you to see it, but I hope you also see the love we had. And still have. She turned off her phone after that. No scrolling. No reading comments. Instead, she made pancakes for her kids. Held Tony's hand a little longer than usual. Sat outside and let the wind brush against her face like a quiet promise. You're still here. And that matters. Epilogue, when grief meets love. The episode aired. People cried. People posted support. Some didn't get it. Some never would. But Mykelti did something brave. She lived through it. And in the days that followed, she got messages from people who had lost siblings too. People who said, "Thank you for showing this." People who said, "You helped me feel less alone." That's when she realized something. Maybe grief on camera isn't about exposure, it's about connection. If even one person saw her pain and felt seen in their own, maybe her brother's memory would echo a little louder. Not just as a loss, but as a life that mattered. I'm still nervous. I probably always will be. But I'm also proud. Proud of him. Proud of us. Proud of surviving.